So this is going to be pretty costly to do.
generally. Yeah.
So we have there, from what it sounds like, there's three options. There's either we
Here we
can
go.
go ahead and self-perform the whole process
Yep.
and
Which
bear in
I gotta
risk.
fix.
No title
There's
insurance.
no title insurance, and my price is going to be like $2,500 to $3,500, and I'm not sure exactly where that needs to land yet.
We'll say 35.
Sure.
Uh,
For what state?
second would
Oregon?
this is Oregon.
Yeah. 35,000, right?
Yeah. Other option. So we would just be self-performing would be the first option, would be risky on their side. Second option would be to try to double close and find a second title company that'll do the second closing pretty much under as a wrap. Third option is to do the close and then the close and then do a contract for deed with wrap addendums. We're pretty much
Say that third one
self-performing on the
again.
second one.
Oh, okay. So yeah, yeah. So option one, self-perform the whole thing. Option two is to use two title companies to double close with two separate title companies. And option three is to hard close with the title company and then do a self-perform soft close on the second.
Yeah. It just all sounds super confusing, man. I hate work.
Those are the options. Then that's well thought through. I'm glad you went down to let's boil it down to the decisions to make.
So, I mean, I am pretty sure they're going to go down cost-wise. If we self-perform, it's going to be expensive. But we would like creative TC would get paid. But if we did the second option with title company, they're going to be paying a shit ton with two title companies. Third option would be maybe a little bit more cost efficient since the second half will be kind of like a soft close, soft
Yeah,
self-performing close.
I think the
They're
price is
going
going
to
to be
be
pretty
paying no matter
similar.
what.
I think the price is going to be pretty similar between. Do we have a settlement statement for that deal yet or not?
And we haven't gotten anything other than
Oh,
contracts. And titles kind of backed away. I think they're just waiting on me at this point because I think I
yeah.
scared them off when I asked them to do the rep.
I'd like to see what the closing costs are in Oregon, because if the pricing is going to be anywhere close, well, no, I still recommend that middle option or the option with the blended approach where they can get title insurance on the first, because then the title insurance lasts for our client being the buyer. That's the most secure position that they've got. I think cost wise, it's going to be fairly close to the cost of a double close anyway. I don't know what our
Oh,
price
I
needs to
guess
be.
I have a question then. So if we end up doing a soft close with the contract for deed, does that mean that the end buyer doesn't get like the tax benefits and stuff like
Right.
that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So then our client technically retains the depreciation capacity for the property and those benefits, and is in a better position. So they're more secure in several positions if they close into their name instead of trying to do a single wrap closing where it skips from A to C with a wrap in the middle. Um,
Mhm.
if you double close either route, two title companies or a title company plus us, then they actually have ownership on public record, and it's easier for them in a wrap situation like that, a contract for deed situation, for them to take the property back for non-payment, because they can just have the terms of the contract for deed be that there's forfeiture involved, forfeiture of the contract for deed benefits in the case of non-payment or default to a certain point, and they don't have to foreclose, they don't have to do a deed in lieu of foreclosure, et cetera. There will be some action that files on title to nullify the contract for deed, but it's basically back to contract law instead of um, a full-on bigger deal, like a foreclosure. It's just the enforcement of contract clauses.
I wonder if that'll be a very big deal breaker for the end buyer, because I think the end buyer is an investor too. I don't think he plans on living there. I mean, there's a bunch of equity on that property though, so I'm curious if he's just gonna try and buy it whole, rent it out, or maybe fix it
Well,
up
if there's a lot
bit
of
and
equity,
sell it.
this would be a really good candidate for. Oh, is he getting like low seller finance on the front end?
It's like 2%, like 3%. Remember when
Yeah.
Robert
Yeah,
hopped
yeah.
on? You're like, why are you only charging too much?
Yeah. Oh, this one. I thought that was the one with no equity that you just mentioned.
No, no, this has a bunch of equity. I mean, it's seller finance, and but the purchase price that they're getting it for, and even what they're wrapping it out to, they're still to the end buyer, to the wrap buyer, he still has 50 plus. Like, if he wanted to buy it and just resell it, like he could. Like, there's a bunch of homes out here in Beaverton area. It's kind of like the outer suburbs of Portland. They run for 400, 450. And to the wrap buyer, his purchase price is like 355 or something. And from what I understand, the house is in very good condition.
So if
Yeah.
I just need to throw out a number. If we're going to self-perform that second part, let's call it $2,200. Somebody write that down, because I'll forget. I'm just going to commit to a number, and if we win, we win. If we lose, we lose.
So self-performing the whole deal would be
No.
2,200, or
I'm not willing to self-perform. I'm not at this point. I'm going to say we're not going to. So they have the option to have somebody self-perform. We're not going to self-perform the entire thing because I think it's more important that they get title insurance. So they can either. There are three options. We're saying no to the first option, which is to self-perform the entire thing.
We'll do the other two. But if they want to go the other route, they can, but we won't touch it.
We'll have to go hands off. We're not willing to double close we're not willing to self-perform the entire thing all in one shot. Or if they want us to, we'll do it for $5,000.
All right, no, so it's back on the table. First option's 5K, and then
it's 5K because we don't want to do it. Wait a minute.
I'll let them know. All right, thanks, Gail.
What if closing costs are like $2,500 each time anyway, or plus other fees and more expensive, and that's a discount? I don't want it to be a discount. I don't know what closing costs are in Oregon.
Let me call the title company, kind of get a rough range of what they think.
Get an estimate on what closing costs are going to be for a seller finance.
And then I'll match it.
Ask Lupita. I can ask her.
Yeah, please do, because
I'll ask her. I'll text her right now.
Yeah, I want to make sure we don't underprice ourselves for that, because I'm trying to do punitive pricing. Like, don't make us go down this route. We don't want to do it. So maybe it needs to be $7,500. I don't know.